Okay, it's day 88.3 and sunset over the Potomac, a good day today. And looking back toward, there's the spire there in Alexandria, Virginia, reminds us of that CTTSO, that technology organization, that rapid prototyping and developing organization that gave the grant to GreenZone phones. And the reason why I keep focusing on GreenZone phones is I believe Mike Flynn was either compromised or used by folks that were in the command structure at NSA, and particularly the DISA contractors. And right around the year 2008, he seems to switch over from the secure Blackberry technology, the type of technology that Imran Awan was using, and switching more over to iPhones and switching over to Android devices. Again, the key reason there, he's at a dinner with Mike Mullen in 2008. Again, one of these things where they wear all their medals and so forth, and he's kind of being groomed as kind of the military, the guy with all the expertise of finding and fixing phones, meaning fixing location of phones for enemy combatants. And that's kind of being, that technology is kind of being brought over to target people domestically. Now again, I'm not saying Mike Flynn is a part of that. I'm just saying the FBI and the insiders of the FBI are using guys like Mike Flynn with that kind of expertise. And that's also when they sort of start grooming him into being a general who's going to make some money on this. They start grooming him into this GreenZone phones, because we're moving from a customized Blackberry, which isn't grabbing market share, and then we're moving toward an off-the-shelf phone that we can anonymize our traffic between our little group. If we were going to try to disturb an election and we were a bunch of Russians, we would give our little micro cloud, our little group, this little chip, and we could communicate dark so that NSA couldn't see what we were doing in terms of trying to meddle with the election. And also, we would also be anonymous, so NSA wouldn't be able to follow us and track us. So it's a very handy technology for infiltrating people into countries. That's what I believe Mike Flynn was good at. That's why his interest in green zones. But now all the Iranians that seem to be behind this and around this GreenZone phone company become very interesting, because again, we have Mike Flynn seemingly being a very big part of not only the nuclear deal, the Iran nuclear deal, but also the nuclear deal for the Saudi Arabians, the Bahrain, Qatar, and all the Sunni nations of the Middle East. So we know we're around there. We know we're around the target, if you will, in about 2008 to 2009 when Mike Flynn switches over. So, and again, there's your beautiful sunset here on the Potomac. There's your pay-to-play. There's your Khashoggi 1 down there to remind you of pay-to-play, that these players that build shopping centers like this over here, the Peterson Group, which is Michael Hayden and of course John Brennan and all the other Blackberry 7 that are sitting around that table that are coming up with boogeymen like Osama bin Laden 20 years ago. We know that there's a pay-to-play group, and we know that's where they put their money, right? Because we know the Peterson Group built it. So we have to just focus. We have to focus on the key data, key metadata that's going to unlock the story for us. And I believe that metadata is going to be the Blackberries, as we had with the Awans, following the Blackberries, as we've always said. That tells us where the rat lines are going to be. And now also that new generation for off-the-shelf phones, for the iPhones and Android, which is going to be GreenZone phones. Follow Admiral Mullen, follow, of course, Keith Alexander, who's in business proposing those Russian reactors with Mike Flynn. Then follow the other NSA directors like Mike Rogers. The answer is going to be somewhere in there on how this cabal of the FBI used them for turning and weaponizing that technology against the American people, and also hiding their insurgents that they bring into the United States, like the Russians that meddled with the 2014 and 2016 election. So there you have it. Beautiful sunset here on the Potomac. Tomorrow we'll have more news.